Well, we are on the go with Joe, and today he is getting a drive-through history lesson.
Yeah, Joe's getting ready for a special event at Powerland Heritage Park, which specializes in vintage vehicles and machinery. He's live in Brooks to tell us about Rollin Thru Powerland. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, I'm joined right now by Don Leffler. Good morning, Don. Nice to see you.
Good morning.
We are here at the Powerland Heritage Park, which is getting ready for, well, kind of a new spin on an annual event. For years, guys, you guys have had this event called the Great Oregon Steam-Up, where people can come out and see all these vintage vehicles kind of in motion. You can walk around, see them. Obviously, with what's going on in the world right now, you kind of had to change things. So it's called Rolling Through the Steam-Up this year. For people that aren't familiar, Powerland, you're a collection of what, I believe 15 different museums.
True.
Which museum do you run, Don?
Antique Caterpillar Machinery Museum.
The Caterpillar Machinery Museum. But I guess the common thread of these museums is it's all about vintage vehicles, vintage equipment, that sort of thing, machinery, right?
That is correct. All the artifacts, preserving history as we want to know it.
So from the Caterpillar Museum, there's a truck museum, there's a lumber museum, you name it. So for the drive-through event, which again is kind of a new way of doing it, essentially you're in your car, pack as many people as you can because it's just 20 bucks for the vehicle, and then you've got a road that basically runs through the campus, and as I understand, it's basically like a mile loop, and you go around and you see all these different vehicles and that sort of thing, right?
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes. The route is about 1.2 miles. People pay admissions, come in, stay on the road, and visit all the museums from their car and see all these beautiful historic tractors, trucks, cars, trains, you name it, we have it here.
Okay, now tell me what it is about Caterpillars that got you so fascinated that you wanted to be, you know, with a museum that specializes in it.
I grew up on a farm, and the first tractor I drove was a Caterpillar D2, and that's how I got this incurable disease called yellow fever.
Okay, now how old were you when you drove your first Caterpillar? Do you remember?
I was probably about 9 years old.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. So things have changed a little bit. Here, I'm going to hop out here. I want to walk down and show some of these other things. So where do you get all these really cool machines? I mean, are these all donated? Where do you get all of these?
Some of them are donated. Some of them are owned by our museum members.
Okay, now I'm hop around the other side here. This one, guys, is the one that really kind of caught my fancy. Daryl, if you come around front there, you'll see, first of all, there's a hand crank, Don, kind of like an old Model T or something like that, right?
This particular method here is how we start this tractor, because this is way before any of the electric starters. I mean, we just, shove the crank in there, give it a couple revolutions, and it starts. As long as you set the choke right and turn the fuel on, it will start right up and go out and work all day long.
And the thing that really caught my eye, Don, this Caterpillar is not yellow. That's got to be a violation of some sort. How do you have a Caterpillar that's not yellow?
All right. Caterpillar began in 1925, and from 25 to 31, they were all gasoline powered.
Okay.
But in 1931, two big events happened. Caterpillar produced the first diesel-powered tractor in the United States, and the second big event, they switched from the gray to the highway yellow in 1931 to make it more visible to increase their sales.
Well, you can't miss it, and you'll be able to see it all beautifully from the comfort of your own car. It's going to be the next 2 weekends, and then they're going to do another weekend later in August. As we mentioned, it's 20 bucks a vehicle right here, Saturday and Sunday at the Powerland Heritage Park, right off I-5 here in Brooks. Don, thank you very much for the very colorful, quite literally, history lesson about Caterpillars.
Thank you, Joe.
Appreciate it. And guys, a lot more to get you going as we show you Rolling Through Powerland. That's coming up in just a bit. Let's send it back to you in the studio.
Oh, I just love it. Joe, thank you so much.